Hi everyone, I'm back. I know a lot of you don't know me really well because I wasn't here for a long time, but a lot of the people coming to the show will have never met me because they'll be your family and friends. So I feel prepared for this at least. So yeah, how's everyone doing? I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be here. I like drugs. I do them kind of on a regular basis, but I was raised very religious. I was raised in a very Muslim household, so my parents, extremely Muslim, still very Muslim, believe me to still be very Muslim. But I go back and forth, like God, I don't know. But, in Islam you can't do drugs, and you also can't do alcohol, so for the first, 22 years of my life, I'd never ingested a mind-altering substance. And then I drank a tequila shot. The first drink I ever did in my life was a tequila shot. And it was super gross and disgusting, and I instantly threw up. In a bar, on the floor. And then after that, I was like, this is a challenge that I'm going to overcome. And I got really into which hard alcohol can I do? And I thought that it would be easy for me to get drunk because I'd never done a substance before in my life. So I was like, it's gonna be easy. I have to do one shot. All of my inhibitions will be gone. I'm gonna fuck left and right. This is gonna be amazing for me. And that was not the case. It takes me now. Even then, it took me 6 shots to really have my inhibitions free to feel drunk, and it's only gotten worse since then. So I don't just I'm not just into substances. I have to really do a substance to get there. But because I spent my entire life being super fearful of being struck down by lightning by a non-benevolent man in the sky, I try new drugs really slowly. So love alcohol, love weed. That's what I do most of the time. I started doing shrooms. I did 3,000 milligrams of shrooms today, and I did not have a psychedelic trip. I barely felt it at all. And I was super disappointed because I was I have this really complicated relationship with God and religion and the universe and this all-expanding love, and people do psychedelics to really connect to that. And the only thing that I felt today is I'm kind of awake. Normally I'm really, really tired, and right now I've been really full of energy today. So it's been disappointing. And so I take to new drugs very slowly. I try them one at a time. I recently got to try morphine medically. I had to take morphine because I was on an IV in the hospital. And I really, really liked it. I really liked it. It was like a vacation. I was in a lot of pain because I had this really, and I've told you all about this before, but this is part of my set now. I had a giant bubble of pus in my butt, inside my butt, between the muscle and the fat. So over the course of 3 days, I woke up every day and I was like, God, my ass hurts. I don't why is my ass betraying me? It's been my number one asset my entire life. And I complained about this to my roommate a lot for 3 days. And then she was like, if you bring this up one more time, I will rip you a new asshole. And then we'll see if your ass hurts. So I went to a doctor. And I was pretty reluctant to go to a doctor because when has a doctor ever done anything for me that has been helpful? But I don't know if that's relatable for anyone. And she looked at it, and this is the first time this has ever happened to me. She felt it for my butthole for a second. And then she was like, you need to go to the emergency room immediately. Oh. I was like, what did you say? She's like, yeah, this needs to get scanned. We need to get a CT scan of this as soon as possible. I definitely feel something here. I feel a lump. No other. If she was like, yeah, go to the emergency room. And I was like, fuck, okay, I'm gonna go to the emergency room. And while I was leaving this doctor's office, she looked me in the eye and she said, good luck. I was like, oh my fucking God. I drove from Seattle to Bellevue because it was the emergency room in my insurance network, I guess. And the entire time I was like, okay, this is it. It's it. I have a tumor. It's a butt tumor. It's in my butt. I have butt cancer. I don't know anything about cancer, but presumably you can get it in your butt. I'm going to die. This is where I die. And then I went to the emergency room, and they did this like scan, and they were like, "Don't even worry. Like, I see this all the time. People come here all the time, and they just have a giant bubble of pus in their butt, and that's what's happened to you. And it's normal, and you don't have to feel bad about it." And I was like, fuck, no one says that to people who don't need to feel bad about it. And then that's when they gave me morphine. And then over the course of the next 3 weeks, I was in and out of the hospital because apparently I had Satan's butthole. Like, they could not drain this, and it took them multiple tries to do it. And then each time that I went, like, I was in severe pain between the 3 times I was in the hospital, but every time I went to the hospital, I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like, this is why God doesn't want me to do drugs. Because this is the best feeling I've ever had in my life, because they would, like, inject me with, like, a little something, and I wouldn't have to feel or think or even be awake, and I really thought that was amazing. And I realized that maybe other drugs don't work as well for me, like the shrooms, and like I have to do like 4 edibles to feel alive. I think if you're dead inside, I think you have to do stronger drugs to feel better. And that's where I'm at, and that's my talk.